People, this is Sarveen back again, and I'm fortunate to be joined by Yuddy Gang, technically for the second time, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
for the
sir, man.
viewers, it will be the
Glad to
first
be
time.
back.
Yes. So I'll just start off with a simple question. How are you today?
Man, it's another beautiful day. I woke up,
Another
man.
beautiful
Can't
day.
complain at all. Man, as long as I wake up, I am good.
That's good. But with more pressing matters within the last couple weeks, it has not been good for Misfits. Another postponed event for Misfits 12 been postponed, I'm pretty sure, from
Right.
April 12th to May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
As a fighter, what does a postponed event have on your mentality in when you're in camp?
Um, of course, it's gonna do something. But when you have a mindset of everything happens for a reason, because you can get in that ring and die. You know what I'm saying? Wrong punch. You can eat after you get out of weigh-ins. You can eat the wrong stuff. Wrong cabbage hit your throat and die. So I think everything happens for a reason, and as long as you have that mindset, then you good.
Yeah. So with these obviously unfortunate sudden cancellations, in the back of your mind as a fighter who still hasn't fought this year, who potentially
Mm-hmm.
wants to fight, you know, maybe 2 to 3 times this year, is there a bit of worry with what's with all the noise at the moment for you?
No, I mean, so yeah, I am a fighter, but I mean, Misfits you gotta understand it's a business, and
Yeah,
just like how we had that little situation that happened last week, like stuff
yeah,
just happens, and
yeah,
people who are not into, like I love my fans,
yeah,
but if that's the situation, my fans gotta understand, like that situation, and my fans are just like me, so they like,
yeah,
who cares? You know what I'm saying? As long as you good,
yeah.
because it's another day you can make more content and stuff like that. So, shoot,
I, I,
I had plenty of fights. I was supposed to go pro before Misfits hit me. I was supposed to go pro. I was supposed to fight on somebody card the last for like 3 times, and it never happened. So
yeah.
I definitely understand that, and I understand like the fans how mad they would be or worried they would be, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, so you talk about going pro. So you were in the amateur circuit for a while. Did you always want to box when you were growing up?
Yeah. No, no, not growing up. I used to play ball,
Oh yeah,
and I used to play ball, and I wasn't that good to go to the league, and but I used to just ball because my dad used to ball,
yeah,
but ain't it. I put 100% everything I do, so it was cool. But I wasn't really vibing with it for real. So luckily I found boxing, just what I'm saying, coming home from school. So my coach and been with him ever since.
Oh, so you've been with Keith since so how old were you when you first started out?
Um so I knew him since I was like 15, 16. But I've been with him about like maybe 13 years.
Wow, that is a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so so obviously you want to do professional boxing, but so when you saw Misfits sort of come into scene, was it something where you and your team reached out to Mams or Mams reached out to you for your? I think you fought
No,
on
man.
Oath. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, out of nowhere, it was random. Man just reached out to me, honestly,
Ah.
because I think I was honestly I had new Dean at the time. Me and Dean was supposed to do like
Yeah.
a collab video where we like have people like hit us or something like that, or we were gonna spar or something like that, and it never came to fruition. and I think I used to not help out Dean, but just support him. So I used to like
Yeah.
comment on under his post. I think saying like congratulations and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, Mams hit me one day, and that's how I got started.
Oh, that's really cool to hear.
Yeah,
Was Mams aware of your boxing like ability? Because normally at this time influencers were quite novice, but obviously you were in the amateur circuit. Was he aware that you were
I,
higher skilled compared to the rest?
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think he did. I think he just seen. I mean, like I think I had some type of like flyer at that time saying that I was about to fight. So I think he maybe thought it was um, an influencer space type of deal,
yeah,
and it wasn't. It was actually a real, not even saying a real pro bout, because honestly, I have 7 fights, and usually people who just turn pro get all bums. Everybody I fought are really, really good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So yeah. So I was supposed to go pro, and I didn't because Mams saved me.
That's good. So you obviously said you had a good relationship with Dean. I mean, one day, would you like to maybe fight him? As a main event on
Fight
a
Dean?
fight Dean one day.
Oh yeah, of course, man. Me and Dean relationship, we don't speak in terms as far as like relationship wise. But I always support people getting their money. You know what I'm saying? Making themselves better as a man. But other than that, yeah, of course, me and Dean can definitely get it. But I think right now he's taking a break. So
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Um,
mm.
so when you first got offered from Misfits, did you ever see yourself being there long term, or did you see it as a way, as a stepping stone into becoming pro, as some pros have been signed to Misfits to do that? Did you also see yourself doing that as well?
No, I didn't honestly know where it was going to take me.
Yeah.
I can see myself long term with Misfits, but I didn't know it was going to take me.
Uh, Yeah, yeah, because I've seen obviously Amir Cashman and others have signed to Misfits who are probably using
Mm-hmm.
it for the exposure to get into pro.
Right.
Yeah,
No, but you got
yeah.
Misfits is so Misfits gonna be, I guess.
I mean, not get into pro, but like get for like
Yeah,
world. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No, definitely. I like Misfits. Misfits got a good plan on it. So that's what I said. Like mistakes and stuff gonna happen. So
yeah,
that's normal.
yeah,
If it doesn't happen, then that's when you get to the big stage, something will happen. You rather have all the problems right now, so it won't
yeah,
happen. You know.
yeah.
But
So
if you can see all the promotions are I don't know what's going on far as the promotions, but PBC, Top Rank, all of them have dates, and then I don't know where it's getting canceled. That's a
yeah,
thing now.
yeah. I just remembered I did put out like a satire tweet the other day. I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
Gib could genuinely be the promotion killer. Because I was just thinking, like,
Who?
oh, Gib. Remember, he was like, and he saw Gib, he was like, oh, I'm the promotion killer. Like, that was his old gimmick. And like, ever since
Yeah.
Qatar, January, what? I think it was meant to be a pay per view. Tommy pulled out. I mean, it's
Right.
still a great event
Yeah.
nonetheless. And then March,
Yeah.
KSI get sick, whole card cancelled. Now this
Yeah.
postponed. So it feels like I don't know how to make
So
of
the
it.
K so the KSI car is in May.
No, the Misfits 12, the Brawlers card. Well, I'm not sure what the name is. It's in Misfits 22 is on May. We haven't got an update on
May,
Misfits
right?
21. Yeah. But people are
Mm.
speculating that it got moved because the KSI fight might happen in April, but there hasn't been any
Mm.
confirmation or anything.
Yeah. Who knows? You just gotta sit and wait for real.
Yeah, yeah. But it also did, it made me think like because KSI pulled out, like the whole card had to be cancelled. Or postponed,
That's
quote unquote.
that's how it be because it's
Yeah,
really
because
about making
about
money.
money, exactly. That's what so I was thinking. Like because Misfits said they wanted to elevate other stars, which they have. Do not get me wrong, but it's very difficult to make a star like a KSI, like a Logan Paul, like a
Yeah,
that sort of that
yeah.
sort of level. Because for the Dublin card, I think Danny Aaron's. You don't probably don't know much about him, but he's like big in the UK, like very big
Is he?
like
I heard
streamer.
his name
He's really
before,
big.
and I
He's really
think
big.
okay.
Not like
What does he
KSI
do? Is he
big.
like
He's like he does like FIFA football like
okay?
type thing, and he's been on like a few shows like
Hmm.
around the UK. So I think
I didn't know he was that
yeah,
big.
yeah. So I think when he got replaced as the main event, I think people still showed up because of
Right.
him as opposed to the KSI performance. Whereas Misfits 21, I'm not to like throw shade or anything, but there wasn't really someone on that card that could, replace KSI to be the main event
Right.
to bring
Right.
in that sort of similar same crowd.
Right.
Yeah. So do you think hopefully that Misfits can hopefully build bigger stars because
They can.
yeah,
That's
because
what I mean.
they can.
That's what these
I
was.
mean,
That's
I'll
what
say
these
you're a big
fights are
star.
for.
You're a very big star, in my opinion. You're up
Nah, I
there.
appreciate
Yeah,
you, man. Appreciate you, man. I can't wait to get back in there and show, my different styles again, and
yeah,
get
yeah,
these knockouts
yeah,
that I want.
yeah. Have you been keeping up with sort of what's been said on Twitter? Because I read like the Twitter comments and I saw like Julie was like, "Oh, I was in the middle of cardio. I was been sweating I was sweating
Yeah,
so
I
much."
seen
And
that.
I'm like, do you think it's like all for like a joke? Because like a joke meaning like, oh, I presume they got told before, or do you think they found out
Um,
when, or do you not have any like information whether like surely they found out before?
um. See, I don't know. See,
Yeah,
that's the thing. I really don't know. 'Cause I don't think I had seen counsel from me as far as Misfits. So
yeah,
I could say they've been told before, which I think they would.
yeah,
But she probably was sweating. She probably at that time was sweating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
yeah, yeah. So, with yourself then, when do you hope to be fighting? Because obviously there's been like cancellation, moving dates. So, do you hope maybe early Q2, or are you just sitting here basically just whenever man's calls, I'm ready?
Yeah, because you know I can't predict. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying how life gonna go. I just enjoy life, man. Like whatever God throws my way, whatever, or the universe throws my way.
yeah,
Like I'm happy for it. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can wake up, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But if God, whatever talent that God let me use, I'm willing to show that. Whether it's arts and craft, boxing, you know what I'm saying, flying to the moon, being the actor, like you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
The
exactly.
next 5 years of my of what I got going on might be a whole different story from what I am right now. So I got to be prepared for anything, you know.
Yes, correct, correct. So I wanna talk about your coach again, because
Mm-hmm.
you said you've been here with him 13 years, and you probably when you first got the call up for man, did you tell your coach, probably told your coach, oh, I'm gonna fight on this influencer event? What did like
Oh
Keith
yeah,
sort of think about this influencer boxing at the start, or did he just treat it like any other normal fight or normal amateur bout?
yeah, nah, we. That's one thing about my pops. Like he's retired military,
Oh, okay.
and he's recreated himself so many times. A lot of people don't know this, but he fought like when I went to Qatar, he actually was the 82nd Airborne, where he saved was it Assam? What's his name? Well, he was the king over there. I think it was King Fahd, something like that. Where he was in the 100-man army, and it was I think what is it, 10,000, and it was a million man army coming out to kill them, and he was in that, so he didn't expect to be in Qatar again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why I said so the reason why I said it is because he's so him and he was only like 18, 19, and
Wow.
you know, and with that being said, he's done so much stuff in his life. He understands like recreation. So because I was about to go pro, like for real pro, he took it as this can be way bigger than what you think it is. So if we would have took it lightly, who knows where we would have be if we took it just lightly and it's some influencers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I genuinely believe you and Keith are like very serious when it comes to boxing, because boxing is no joke. Whether it's influencer or not, it doesn't take away the dangers or the dedication an athlete has to put in. Because I see, unfortunately, I bet you've seen it too, like some coaches don't really train their fighters, or some fighters don't take it as seriously, and they get like
that's the
like
thing.
seriously hurt.
I just found out that's really a thing for real. No, that's really a thing.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like obviously you Cray, Joey, on top of my head, at least still have a bit of a background, but there's like people who literally like have never thrown a punch in their life until like a couple months ago. So it's still like quite dangerous for them. So without like the proper coach or the proper training or the proper dedication, they can seriously get hurt. Because I remember like King Kenny's coach, is he still with Daly? I'm not too sure about that, but
I have not no.
Yeah, Daly was like, he kept on saying like, oh, you can die in that ring, so he has to like protect. Like that's why he kept on harping about protection and defense, which I think is very important, because he is right. You can die in that ring. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So would you say, with being in this Misfits family, you have made sort of good friends? Would you say
definitely.
So? Yeah.
Everybody I've fought is like my brother now.
Yeah. So how do you think? Weird. Yeah. So do you think, with Misfits being this big family, like how do you just feel like being a part of it? Because it's like it was started like off so quite small, and now it just expanded to something big. And I would say you were pretty much there in like the early phases, like the infant phases. I mean, it's still in this infancy now, but like you fought in 06, right? In Orlando?
I think so. 06.
Yeah, 06, yeah. So how does it feel? Do you feel like quite appreciative being part of this sort of?
No, I fought in New Orleans.
Oh, not Orlando, New Orleans. My fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does it feel being? So how does it feel being a part of this big family and having brothers for life? For now, like pretty much, you have like these people for life.
It feels good because it's better than just boxing, because we are influencers. We just know how to box. It's just like people that used to can hoop, but now they doing something else. But they influencers. So influencers, like even Ben Davis, like I met so many, like it's just so many people who are just naturally cool people, like outgoing people who wants to conquer the world. And it's like, yo, I support you, whatever you're gonna do, whether it's acting, like it's cool.
Yeah. So I'll ask a follow-up question. Who do you think that you made a connection with in Misfits, but you didn't really think you would really have that strong of a connection at the start? Would you say, like a character?
Argentinian King.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was talking so much stuff. Because he was talking stuff to me before we even fought, like a year before we even fought.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere, I hear I'm fighting him. I'm like, oh snap! I gotta take this guy serious.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you think?
But that's like my brother now, for real.
So would you say like all the smack talk is pretty much like for the cameras? or do you think there's a bit of
I
reality?
mean, you gotta understand,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you gotta understand, like it's for the cameras, and we all like fighting is a skill, you know,
yeah,
but it also can get you hurt. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And we
yeah.
don't know each other. So yes, it's for the cameras, for publicity, but you're serious.
Of course,
Like
yeah,
if a person say I'm gonna knock you out, they're being serious. So you gotta take it like for what it is.
yeah,
Now it's also or any like people know not to disrespect me, like how what's his name? Dina Gray used to talk about people family and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
He knew way better not to, cause I'm not like I'm for the internet and I'm for like you see the type of videos I make.
yeah, yeah,
But when it comes to like certain things, it's just a respect thing, you know.
yeah. So speak about like the videos. Like I saw your video yesterday. It was really good. Quite funny actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are more like sort of like I would say restaurants like reaching out to you because you're on Misfits, like, oh, Yuddy from Misfits, I'd love to have you, do my, just review my food. But obviously that's what made you big in the first place, which you still have, and
What?
now like your food reviews, like you got like 6.3 mil
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, like crazy. But then now you have Misfits as
Mm-hmm.
well, so they'll elevate both. So
Right.
do you think that's helped like in your like content creation, like with your like potentially
Nah,
brand deals
definitely
and
everything
linking?
helps,
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like, and that's why you always want to keep recreating yourself because they're always just adding to the resume, and the
yeah,
more you can add to the resume, like that's gonna make you more bigger rather than just continue doing the same thing, you know.
exactly.
And me personally, I always want to like see how far I can take something else rather than continue working on the same thing.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So before I think we're gonna wrap up pretty soon. This year, if you had to pick one person you had to fight, let's say you had one fight this year, who would you want as your opponent?
Joey Knight.
Uh any reasons? Any particular reasons?
He just got a good style. I like how he talks.
Yeah.
He's a good entertainer, a very good man. You can tell he take care of his family.
Yes.
I think he's just gonna make a really good trash talk. Very respectable trash talk as well.
Yes, that's
Just
for sure.
a good fight for the fans, man.
Yeah.
Like entertainment wise, inside and out the ring, you know.
Yeah. There's also like sort of like the storyline of like, oh, you both lost. Wait, I was gonna say you both lost to go, but you beat Cray Cray first, right? You beat Cray Cray, then Cray Cray beat you. But your last fights, you probably lost to. You lost your last losses. You lost to Cray Cray. So I guess that's
Right.
sort of a storyline, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
personally I would like that too. Joey's like, because as you said, some trash talk can do this often lead to disrespect, like it just step over the boundaries. But like when Joey's on, like for me, he's like one of the up there as like an influencer boxer. What I mean by that is like he's good at the boxing, but he also he makes contact with like True Geordie, his like Chelsea stuff, Chelsea Football
Yeah,
Club.
like
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I support him on everything that he does. Like he's a solid guy.
yeah,
And people don't know, like, because you want to fight somebody, it doesn't mean you don't respect them.
yeah, exactly.
Like fighting is a sport. It's like basketball. Like, bro, we're gonna like I can be losing and I'm still be trash talking in basketball.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I have just a question for you. Do you think, in your opinion, influencer boxing has become a bit too serious? Because I've heard like clips from like Sidemen on their podcast and like big UK YouTubers who are obviously within the scene when it's first started out. They're pretty much saying some people are scared to fight because they have pressure to lose, like much more pressure to lose. Whereas like back in the day, like people didn't have that much pressure. So what do you think? Do you think it's become too serious, or do you think you need that pressure?
I mean, No, I don't think it becomes serious. I think it's just the understanding that one wrong hit, you better have a coach. You better learn how to
Yeah,
throw a punch because the seriousness is understanding. Like, yeah, we can play around, but we ain't got no headgear on with these 10-ounce, 8-ounce
yeah,
gloves. Actually, 8-ounce gloves. You know,
yeah,
like this ain't no game. Well, it's seems like a game when somebody go down and they don't get back up.
yeah,
Then now we wish it was as serious as it is now. You know.
yeah. Because I think the skill has gone up dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
obviously, like, I mean, I'll give you an example, like Afghan Dan, Lil T, like that was, uh, would say an unserious fight, like that was like a core.
What?
You remember 020, Afghan Dan, Lil T,
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
like,
that's I mean, like
but like, yeah, that
I
was
would
like,
say,
oh, you can go.
I would say unserious.
Yeah,
I would say unserious, but at the end of the day, like, what was it? What was that dude? He had fought on Jake Paul car. He was the dude out of Middle East.
what Dawood Savage, the one that fought
He
Deji,
had fought. Nah, on Jake Paul card
Jake Paul.
on Netflix, the Netflix one.
From Middle East.
But what I'm really saying is like
Yeah,
it can get as serious as you want it to, because most people like they just come in and get the money and leave. But me personally, like how I think about it is like I like the build up, I like the entertainment part about it. I like the when I go into camp. I'm about to go into camp. I get to spend a lot of time with myself. Me and God get to spend a lot of time. Like I like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Mams call me 2 weeks, a week ahead, like, hey, you want to fight? We got to. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I like the a month and a half, month and 3 weeks, type of fights. You know?
Yeah. So I think I'll probably wrap things up now. But my last question to you is,
Okay.
what would you say is the best quote or best advice you've ever received in your life for the viewers?
One quote. I got a lot of quotes, but everything is perception, and how you think about stuff is your reality. So if you always think of something as good as it can be, then it's gonna be like that. Whether you're homeless, like the only way you can go is up. If you just lost your job, you can get a better job. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is all on your mindset. So perception is everything. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Yuddy, today.
Yes, sir. No, thank you, bro. Love.
Yeah, thank you. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Interview with Yuddy Gangs in the books, done and dusted. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you when you're older. Don't go changing.